Hello everyone, I'm Tejaswini Gowda. In today's session, let's discuss about the surcharge applicability for the individuals HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP under the default tax regime which comes under section 115 BAC and also under the normal tax provisions for that matter. Let's discuss about the surcharge. We have a different rate of surcharge which is applicable for both the points. The comparison part 50% is almost the same, but except there is a certain changes which has been provided, and that keeps the difference from the surcharge under the default tax regime under section 115 BAC and also under section the under the normal tax provisions. Clear? So now let's try to understand what is meant by surcharge. First of all, always remember people, surcharge is nothing but the additional tax. What is it? It is an additional tax which is imposed on your tax liability. Calculation of the surcharge happens on the tax liability calculation, but whereas the applicability, you are telling, okay, surcharge is applicable for this fellow, surcharge is applicable for that fellow, surcharge is applicable for this person. If you are telling surcharge is applicable, for that applicability, the criteria which you are going to look into is the total income criteria. Application, that is on what percentage you are going to put that amount on, will be on the tax liability component, that is surcharge. Okay, so we'll take one example, one simple example. We'll do that also in the session. Clear? Now, in case of individual people, we are speaking about the surcharge individual. This is under default tax regime. Before getting into the default tax regime, let's do one thing. Let's do the surcharge, or let's understand the surcharge with regards to the shifting out of the default tax regime. Shifting out of the default tax regime means very simple. It is not under section 115 BAC. This is nothing but the normal provision. What is it? Shifting out of default tax regime is nothing but your normal provisions. What is it? It is normal provisions. Clear? Now, in case of individuals HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, if they're exercising the normal provisions of the Income Tax Act, in order to understand the normal provisions and 115 BAC, you need to look into the tax liability component as well. This class, this session, whatever we are holding, we are specifically speaking about the surcharge, and I am assuming that you people have the idea of what is meant by the normal provisions and what is meant by 115 BAC. With that assumption in picture, we are moving forward in our class. Clear? Now, so with regards to this one, with regards to the point, income tax computed in accordance with the normal provisions is what we are going to study. For normal provisions, we are going to study the surcharge. People, normal provisions, a simple point, I'll tell you, up to 2.5 lakh, nil, 2.5 to 5 lakh, 5%, 5 to 10 lakh, 20%, more than 10 lakh, 30%. That is what I'm speaking about the normal provision. What tax slab rate which I told, it is assumed that you guys already know about it. That's the reason I'm directly moving forward to the surcharge explanation. I hope it is clear. Everything is clear. Great. With this assumption keeping in mind, we will move forward. Okay. Now, see where your total income, including the dividend income and the capital gain. What is it? Where your total income, you are calculating the total income now. You are telling that 50 lakh, 60 lakh, 90 lakh, 1 crore, 59 lakh. You are telling the total income. That total income, whatever you are speaking about, is including what? Including the dividend income and the capital gain under section 111A, 112 and 112A. 111A, 111A, 112 and 112A. 111A means it is nothing but the short-term capital gain on the shares. 112 means long-term capital gain. 112A means long-term capital gain on shares. Okay, detailed explanation we are not getting into under this point. These are nothing but the capital gain, long-term and short-term capital gain, which has a special rates of tax. What is it? It has a special rate of tax. Simple. And here we also included the dividend income as well. Everyone, we also included dividend income as well. See now, where your total income including the dividend income and the capital gain tax, this capital gains where there is special rate of tax applicable, is more than 50 lakh, but is less than or equal to 1 crore. What if your income is exactly 50 lakh, that is equal to 50 lakh? Is surcharge applicable? Answer is no. Always remember with regards to equals to, greater than, less than. Be careful with that point. See, exactly equal to 50 lakh, surcharge is not applicable because they are telling your income should be, total income should be greater than 50 lakh rupees but less than or equal to 1 crore. But less than or equal to what? 1 crore. If that is the case, the rate of surcharge which is going to be applicable is 10%. How much is it? How much is the rate of surcharge applicable? The rate of surcharge applicable is going to be 10%. With that picture in mind, let's try to understand this with an help of an example. Clear? With an help of an example, we'll try to understand. See, dividend is rupees how much in my example? In the example which we have taken, 10 lakh. Short-term capital gain under section 111E, 20 lakh. Long-term capital gain under section 112, 15 lakh. Long-term capital gain under section 112A, rupees 20 lakh. And other income is greater than how much? 25 lakhs. Other income greater than 25 lakh. See, if you add everything, you will get 90 lakh rupees. So can I say your total income including your dividend income, capital gain, long-term, short-term capital gain, and also your other income including everything, it has crossed 50 lakh but is less than or equal to 1 crore. If that is the case, how much is the surcharge you are going to apply? 10% is the surcharge that you are going to apply. Making sense, everyone? Clear? How much is the surcharge applicable? 10% is the surcharge applicable. Then, now, where your total income including your dividend income and the capital gain chargeable to tax under section 111A, 112 and 112A, which is greater than how much? Which is greater than 1 crore but less than or equal to 2 crore. Everyone. Now the same thing, total income includes everything, right? Total income includes everything. In that, what you're going to consider is that where it is chargeable. Total income includes income from house property, income from salary, income from PGBP income, capital gains, income from other society, includes all the income. Here they are telling you are going to include dividend income and also the short term and the long term capital gain with respect to 111A, 112 and 112A. If you are including everything and your total income is greater than 1 crore but less than or equal to 2 crore rupees for that matter, what you are going to do is that the surcharge which is applicable for you is going to be 15%. How much is the surcharge applicable? Surcharge applicable is 15%. Clear? Now, the dividend income, now in the same question, let's try to understand. Dividend income, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain and other income. Total, if you do the total of this, you will get 1.9 crores. You will get 1.9 crores. Now, can I say you are including everything? So, you are including all these things. All these things included, if it is greater than 1 crore but less than or equal to 2 crore. Greater than 1 crore, less than or equal to 2 crore in this example. How much is the surcharge you are going to apply? Is 15% is the surcharge you are going to apply. Clear? Surcharge which you are going to apply is going to be 15%. Done? Now, so with regards to this one, next, where your total income excluding the dividend income and the capital gains to tax under section 111A, 112 and this much is greater than 2 crore but less than or equal to 5 crore. But less than or equal to 5 crore. Now, see the point. It is these 2 points wherever you have seen, it is what? Including. But the third point is with regards to excluding. Now, the total income which you are taking for the purpose of looking into the rate of surcharge, you shouldn't be taking your dividend income, 111A, short-term capital gain on shares, 112 long-term capital gain, 112A long-term capital gain on shares. You shouldn't be looking into all these things and including all these things. Excluding these dividend income, capital gains for that matter, if it is greater than 2 crore but less than or equal to 5 crore, greater than 2 crore but less than or equal to 5 crore, the surcharge which you are going to apply is going to be 25%. How much is the surcharge? 25%. Clear? Now, let's understand that with an example. See, dividend income is 51, short-term, long-term capital gain and total income. Now, I spoke that excluding dividend income, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain for that matter. You have excluded all these things and the total other income which you had apart from these is how much? 3 crore rupees. Now, with regards to this 3 crore, can I say, excluding these, your total income has exceeded 2 crore, but less than or equal to 5 crore. What does it mean? The other income part of 3 crores, you are going to charge how much? You are going to charge 25% on this 3 crore rupees. Everyone, on this 3 crore, how much is the surcharge applicable? 25% is the surcharge applicable on this 3 crore. What about the surcharge for the dividend and the capital gain? Always remember, the surcharge for the dividend and the capital gain can never exceed 15%. I repeat, surcharge for the dividend and the capital gain can never exceed 15%. Can never exceed 15%. See, surcharge 15% would be levied on the income tax on dividend income rupees 51 lakhs. Short-term capital gain is given. Long-term capital gain is given. This given. All these points which you are seeing here, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, dividend income, surcharge applicable would be 15%. It can never exceed 15% for that matter. Clear? It can never exceed 15%. Can never exceed 15%. Can never exceed 15%. Now, let's move on. Everyone see here. The rate of surcharge on the income tax payable on the portion of the dividend income capital gain not exceeding 15%. Can never exceed 15%. Let's move on. Next point. Where the total income excluding the dividend and the capital gains which is chargeable to tax under this one, if it is greater than 5 crore. Now, now we have seen the criteria for the surcharge. Now, how much is it? It's exceeding rupees 5 crores for that matter. If it is exceeding 5 crores, how much is the surcharge applicable? 37% is the surcharge applicable. Oh God, 37% is the surcharge applicable. How do you take it? How do you compute it? We will take one example, simple example, and we will do it. Not to worry about. Clear? Total income, now you are excluding dividend income, capital income, like what you did in the previous, the point number 3. Excluding 5 crore is going to be 37%. So now can I say in this example, dividend income, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, etc. Other income is how much? Other income is going to be, in this example, it is 6 crore. On this 6 crore, you are going to apply how much? 37%. On this 6 crore, you are going to apply 37%. On the remaining, these portion which you have seen, you are just going to apply 15% surcharge only. Surcharge will be at the rate of 15%. Remember, whenever you are applying surcharge for the individual HUF, AOP, BOI, under the normal provisions, where your total income exceeds 2 crore in the point number 3 and 4, where you are not including, means excluding the dividend and the capital gains, whichever is there over here, you are always going to apply 15% only. How much? 15% only. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. How much you are going to apply? 15% only. Then, great. Next, where the total income, including the dividend income, capital gains under section 111, 112, 112A, which is greater than 2 crores in cases not covered under 3 and 4 above. Now, we are not going to cover any cases which is in 3 and 4 above. You are just going to consider the case which is not there in 3, which is not there in 4, which we saw now. Correct? 3 and 4 you are not, 3 and 4, first of all, if you have income, first you will go and see 1, 2, then you are going to see 3, 4. If 3 and 4 you are provision, your point is not there, your case is not there in 3 and 4. Last you will come to 5. Okay, what does 5 say? Very simple. If your total income, if it is including the dividend income and the capital gains chargeable to tax under section this one is exceeding 2 crores and it is not covered under 3 and 4, the surcharge which you are going to apply is only 15%. How much is it? 15% only. See, dividend income, let's take an example, 55 lakh. Short term capital gain so much, long term capital gain so much. Other income is 1.1. Can I say now, including where your total income, including all these things is crossing 2 crore. Can I say if I include other income, long term capital gain and dividend, all these things, my income is exceeding how much? 2 crores. Correct? It is not covered under 3 and 4. Now what I will do is that for the entire income I am going to charge 15%. People, it makes sense. See here. If you just understood, if you have understood point number 3 and 4, the 1, 2, 3 and 4. However, if your income is less than 2 crores, no. If your income is excluding this 2 crores for that matter, if your income is excluding this 2 crores, if your income is excluding this dividend and all these things is not exceeding 2 crores, it's not more than 2 crores. Can I say over here, you are just going to apply 15% only, normally speaking. As your income is being pushed by this dividend and the capital gain income, your income is now crossed to 2 crore, which is what? 3.2 crore. 3.02 crores, which is what? 15%. If you didn't have all this income, how much is the surcharge that you would have applied? You would have applied how much? 15%. And you have all this income, how much is the surcharge? You would have applied 15%. For in total, what you will do is that you will just apply 15%. Clear? Understood? Comfortable? See now. Now, let's try to understand this with an example. Let's try to understand this with an example very soon. See, let's take an example of the total income being 50 lakh 10,000. The total income being how much? 50 lakh 10,000. I told in the beginning of the class only, I'm assuming that you guys already know to do the tax liability computation. Clear? Now, let's calculate the tax liability for this one first. Considering the resident to be age 35 years. So up to 2.5 lakh, how much is it going to be? Nil. With regards to the tax liability computation, a separate classes will be put on YouTube. Over there you can watch. Clear? 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, it's going to be. If you don't know the tax liability computation, you can watch the tax liability classes and then come back to this classes. Okay, 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, it's going to be 12,500. Very simple, 2.5 lakh into 5% is what I'm calculating. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, how much is it? It's going to be 1 lakh. Next, if it is that, let's consider it is more than, if it is more than 10 lakh, it's going to be 30%. So 40 lakh 10,000, how did I get 40 lakh 10,000? Very simple. 50 lakh 10,000 minus 10 lakh which I have already considered into 30% if I am doing, how much will I get? Take your calculator and do it together with me. Into 30%, 12 lakh 3,000 is what I will get. If you take the total, 12,500 plus 1 lakh plus 1203,000, 13 lakh 15,500. This is the tax computation. Everyone. Now, tell me how much is your total income? 50 lakh 10,000, correct? People, I'm not bringing the concept of marginal relief. Marginal relief, you can watch the other classes which will be uploaded. I'm ignoring the marginal relief concept. I'm just focusing on surcharge, okay? 50 lakh 10,000 rupees is what I'm considering. With regards to this 50 lakh 10,000 rupees, people, now when is the surcharge applicable for an individual? When your income exceeds 50 lakh, correct? If your income is more than 50 lakh but less than or equal to 1 crore, the surcharge applicability over year, how much is the surcharge, people? Surcharge which is applicable over year is 10%, correct? Everyone, surcharge, how much is the surcharge applicable? See here, see here, see here. More than 50 lakh but less than or equal to 1 crore. Everyone can understand more than 50 lakh less than or equal to 1 crore. So now, so can I say surcharge which is applicable is at the rate of 10%, nothing but 13 lakh 15,500 into 10%. How much will you get? 131550. Correct? Everyone, you understood one point over here with regards to surcharge, everyone. Surcharge applicability with respect to the percentage, whether it is 10, whether it is 15, whether it is 25 or 37, the percentage depends on your total income. Percentage depends on your what? Your total income. What is the surcharge rate that you are going to apply? Calculation of that surcharge is on your tax liability. I've told you in the beginning of the class only, surcharge is the addition. It is the tax on tax. It is the tax on tax. Tax on this tax is nothing but the surcharge. Everyone, tax on this tax. Tax on this tax. Everyone, this is surcharge. So if you take the total of this, 131550 with this one, you will get 1447050. This is your. Now with this one, you will add HEC at the rate of 4%. HEC is always 4%. It will always be added no matter what. 4% of this one is 57,882. 1447,050 into 4%. So if you add this one 40,470 plus 57,882, how much will you get? 15,04,932 is what you will get. Everyone clear? HEC is always at the 4%. This is what you will get. Everyone understood? I hope everyone have understood what we are speaking about. This is the surcharge calculation. I repeat again, surcharge is always calculated on the tax, surcharge is always calculated on the tax liability. Applicability of that surcharge with respect to 10%, 15%, 25%, 37% is based on your total income. Is based on your what? Total income. Done? Great. Comfortable? Done. We'll move forward. Okay. This is what we had studied about the normal provision. Correct? Let's try to understand the surcharge. You have understood majority of the point over here. Similar point is repeated with the little additions and deletions over here and there. Clear? Now let's try to understand with regards to 115 BAC. You guys have already been expert in surcharge. You have watched the classes for almost like 23 minutes. You guys are great. You guys have understood surcharge. Now let's understand for 115 BAC also. Done? Now, where the total income including the dividend income and the capital gains under this point, wherever you are taking, now your first point in this one is you are considering the dividend income and the capital gains along with 111A, 112, 112A. Income is greater than 50 lakh but less than or equal to 1 crore, similar to the point which we had seen earlier. Correct? The rate of a surcharge is 10% only. There's an example. Other income is so much. Total capital gain, short-term capital gain, dividend is so much. Surcharge which is applicable is how much? Surcharge is applicable at the rate of 10%. Surcharge is applicable at the rate of how much? 10% on that total income. The total income is coming up to exactly 1 crore. People, see over here. Here I am speaking about equal to 1 crore. Equal to 1 crore means 10%. It is not 15%. Please. Exactly 50 lakh, no surcharge. Exactly 1 crore, 10% surcharge. 99 lakh, 10% surcharge. 1 crore, 1 rupee, it is going to be 15% surcharge. I hope everyone is clear. Great. Now, where the total income, including your dividend income and capital gains under section this, that is capital gain 111, 112, 112, is greater than 1 crore but less than or equal to 2 crore now. Everyone, how much is the percentage over here? 15%. Clear? Rate of surcharge applicable over year where the income including this dividend capital gain income is greater than 1 crore but less than or equal to 2 crore. How much is it going to be? 15%. It's going to be 15%. Now the dividend income, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, other income, everything you have. Surcharge would be how much? 15% would be the surcharge. How much would be the surcharge? Surcharge would be 15%. Surcharge would be 15%. Rate of surcharge applicability for your total income exceeding 1 crore, less than or equal to 2 crore shall be 15%. Clear? Now, see, this point is similar to the first 2 points which you have seen, is similar to the point which you have already seen earlier. So, similar to this one, let's try to understand about this one. Where total income excluding the dividend income, capital gain under this point is greater than 2 crore. Now, listen. The third point which we had seen earlier was greater than 2 crore but less than or equal to 5 crore under the normal provisions. Correct? But what about this one? It is under the 115 BAC. Then is greater than how much? 2 crores for that matter. 25% is the rate of surcharge. Here there is no point of less than or equal to 5 crore, greater than 5 crore. No, you don't have any such point. It is only greater than 2 crore. It is excluding the dividend income. Do one thing, 25% go charge. I'll charge surcharge at the rate of 25%. Finish. Everyone, see here. Dividend income, capital gain income is given. What about the other income over here? Other income is 6 crore. Other income has already crossed this 2 crore without this one. No. Excluding these income, your total income is how much? 6 crore. For this 6 crore, what is the percentage of surcharge you will be charging? 25% is the percentage of surcharge you will be charging. Rate of surcharge. What about these points? What about these points? The 15% is what is going to be charged. We already know. Capital gain, dividend income, capital gain under section 111A, 112A is how much is it going to be? It cannot exceed 15%. So, you are going to charge 15%. Now, where your total income including the dividend income, capital gain under section 111A, 112 and 112A is greater than 2 crores but is not covered in 3 above. Similar to your point number 5 which you have seen. Everyone, similar to your point number 5 which you have seen. What is it? It's greater than 2 crores. But first of all, you should go and see point number 3. If point number 3 is not, your case is not covered under point number 3, then you will come under point number 4 and see, including dividend income, my income is now crossing 2 crore. In that case, what I will do is that for the entire income, I am going to charge 15%. Similar point explanation I had given before. Clear? It is just going to be 15% for that matter. However, for capital gain, dividend income, you can't charge surcharge exceeding 15%. Your total income is not exceeding 15%. 2 crores only, no, over here. So, why is that? Let's do one thing. Let's charge here 15% over here. And here also I am going to charge 15%. Life is so simple. Finish. Everyone understood? Clear, people? This is about the concept of surcharge. I hope everyone have understood what is being taught in the class. And in next class, we'll come up with the new topic. Thank you so much for your patience. We'll meet in next class.